let's talk.
Oh!
Now, this is something that...
Buy an iPhone. Get an iPhone on us.
T-Mobile. Only you can prevent forest fires.
There's probably very small text. Now, back to the topic. Tangent.
So, this is something that we always talked about off camera or on camera.
Yeah, we've mentioned on our, I think our Lawbreaker stream how it's more precise to have the keyboard and mouse than a controller.
So, but for those that can't see, we're talking Microsoft and Razer are working on a Xbox keyboard and mouse.
Oh!
Or at least support for it anyway.
Oh.
Whoa! Take it back. So yeah, I mean, this is something that's once again, crossplay. It brings in the possibilities for that. Maybe. Because we always talked how, what would happen if you're cross-playing with a first-person shooter and someone's playing with a mouse and keyboard versus someone that's playing with a controller. The person with the mouse and keyboard is going to have a huge advantage.
Yes.
Huge advantage. Unless you're like, you can up the sensitivity in the controller super high and you're amazing at it. But for the most part...
That's why maybe if they do this, they might have like separate matchmaking for people that do... like if you enter matchmaking, it'll detect that you have a keyboard and mouse, match you with other keyboard and mouses. And then, vice versa with controllers.
I mean, that's something that we always talk about too, and I think that's something that would work out, especially if they're bringing the crossplay, and I think that's great. And I think they should, Microsoft, they had PCs and Xbox. It's just going to be one community. And adding this keyboard and mouse support, I'm surprised it hasn't been done yet. I mean, that would be great if they can pull this off this generation and just do it. And announce crossplay with like some sort of first-person shooter, like for instance Quake. Maybe have a Quake, what is it, Unreal Tournament or something like that? Or did I just screw that up?
I'm not sure.
I think Unreal Tournament is its own thing. But anyway, that's a big game, so you can have like crossplay between that and the Xbox. That'd be neat. So basically, what Microsoft is doing here, it's at the bottom here. Here's one. Microsoft will be supporting a variety of USB mice, including ones with wireless dongles. Bluetooth and custom mouse drivers won't be supported initially, though. Microsoft is also on new game APIs that will allow developers to detect and block keyboard and mouse accessories like the XIM that currently unfairly mimic controller behavior. Now, the XIM is it's called XIM Apex. So it's a USB dongle. That we're talking about. You plug it in, and it allows you to pair pretty much like a mouse and keyboard sort of thing. But,
the article actually mentioned something about the XIM that, can you go back for a second?
No. Whoops. Where the hell am I?
Just go back
on yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it mentions that it currently unfairly mimics controller behavior, which we're not sure what that means. So we were thinking maybe it meant like the movement of your
mouse.
So
the sensitivity of the mouse.
Yeah, so it'll like move like a controller would move, so you don't get caught by people in that kill cams. They're like, hey, that guy's using a mouse and keyboard.
Right. So the XIM itself is basically okay. So I'm gonna go into any game and I'm gonna have the upper hand because I have the mouse and keyboard.
Or maybe the game won't detect that you're using a mouse and keyboard. It'll just show up as a controller.
Yeah.
So if there's something like a matchmaking that takes separates controllers and keyboards and mice and mice keyboards and mice, then it'll just go with controllers because it thinks it's a controller.
Yeah. So this paragraph here is basically what I'm like you just said. They're going to work with new game APIs that will allow developers to detect and block keyboard and mouse accessories like this. So basically, what I'm thinking that they're going to do is enable a mouse and keyboard support, but I feel like it's just going to either, like it's going to be a dumbed down version or a very controlled version of a mouse and keyboard. So basically it's like it's going to be the same speed as a controller maybe. It's just used so if you're used to mouse and keyboard, like you're gonna be able to use that. Is what I'm saying. So it's not gonna add, like, you're not gonna be able to have the quickness of the mouse and keyboard and advantage. It's gonna have like a fixed, I guess, motion for it. If that makes sense. I don't know. I hope that's not the case.
It'll slowly move across the screen as it would if you're having a controller.
Yeah, so if you hate using controllers and you're used to mouse and keyboard, that's basically what it's basically going to replace the controller for you, which to me doesn't make sense. I feel like if, you know,
yeah, we don't know if that's the case though. It could just be that it lets you use a keyboard and mouse in games that won't allow the use of keyboard and mouse. Like it's not a supported controllers variety.
And it'll make sure that you're buying their version of the keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
So they can control the speed, the sensitivity, and everything. So if they do a crossplay, I don't know if that probably wouldn't help their cause, but I feel like they're onto something though. And I like the idea that
Well, you can still use the Zim on the PS4.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm talking like crossplay with PC, but But then you can use like the best gaming mouse and keyboard for the PC and still blow them out the water. I think ideally is what they should do is exactly what we were saying. Have like a crossplay, but then a matchmaking that's separate for people that are using this, and controllers or something like that. So,
but like rather than having like two separate things you can select, it just automatically puts you in that matchmaking queue.
Yeah,
because people are gonna be like, I want to play against controllers. I have a mouse. I'm win this.
I feel like that's something that I guess if they were to do mouse and keyboard, this is kind of what I think that they're doing is trying to find a way to do it, but then control. What is this?
Control Alt Delete. I think it's just an update or something. I don't
know. But yeah, they get to control how fast and the sensitivity and things like that, so it stays fair amongst everybody. Or like I said, it's just going to replace the controller. It's going to have the same speed as a controller. It's just now you can use the keyboard and mouse. So, but I hope that it's the other way around.
I mean, if you really want a keyboard and mouse, just get a PC.
Oh yeah,
but
I mean, if you can't afford it, this is. But here's the thing, though.
It's nice to have more options.
If you're used to a mouse and keyboard, you're probably already playing games on a PC. You're probably already just gonna stick to that. This is like trying to entice people. Oh, by the way, you can also do that on an Xbox, and it's $2.99. Come play Xbox. I just feel it's maybe setting up. Hopefully, it's setting up a crossplay.
It might even get people more comfortable with buying a PC because if they've been console gamers their whole life and they're like, hey, let's get a keyboard and mouse. People say it's good. They start playing it, they get comfortable. They're like, hey, this is nice. Hey, a PC doesn't have online costs. Yes, I'm still about that. So they just go for that. Get a PC. Cheap gaming. Steam sales.
It's just one big bulk price, and then you could.
Yeah,
not have to pay extra.
It's a lump sum. You pay a lump sum. You don't get
yourself a Steam account. Download all the games. You're fine.
And you don't have to update to the newest thing every year with a new chip or anything. You have this thing. It works fine. Get a new one like 5 years or so.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I would love to be able to get better at mouse and keyboard. I'm just so used to a controller right now.
I hate change.
Which is funny because I didn't get a console till I was later on, like the PlayStation, like the end of the PlayStation. Not counting the NES, but I'm just saying like the PlayStation, because I was playing Tomb Raider on PC, like games like that, Doom. I was playing Wolfenstein 3D, a real old one. Duke Nukem 3D, all those games on PC. So I was used to mouse and keyboard at one point, like really well. And then, but I always found that it was easier. Like even playing Tomb Raider, I always found it was easier to play with a controller because my friend had it on PlayStation, and I just found it easier to play. Mm-hmm. But that's a different thing. That's platform. That wasn't a first person shooter. So, but like Doom and Duke Nukem 3D. Yeah, I kind of like the keyboard to be able to shoot and stuff like that. But I was never really big into multiplayer games in there. I tried playing Counter-Strike, and that, I think, it's a learning curve to get that fast and stuff like that. So, but anyway, moral of the story, is
they're making a mouse keyboard for Xbox.
and we're not sure what the underlining is.
Yeah.
If there's like some devious plot to just have a controlled mouse and keyboard, so you can still play with, so it's still a fair playing field amongst everybody, or this is setting up, the hell is this crap? They're setting up something for
Michigan making real progress in the world of mobility.
stop reading the ads. Or they're actually setting up for more crossplay with the PC. So, anyway, what are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about this Xbox keyboard and mouse support? Is it something you were looking forward to? Do you think it's a moot point? If you're already doing that, you already have a PC. Or you might not have a really good gaming PC and you want to update, and the Xbox is a better bang for your buck versus trying to purchase a gaming PC, even though you can get a decent one for pretty cheap now. Anywho, let us know in the comments below. Below. Jonah, that is the end of the podcast.
Goodness me, we've done it.
We've done it. I can't believe you've done this.
It's happened.
Jonah, final thoughts.
Everything we've talked about happened this week. Maybe some happened the week before. I don't remember.
Most of the stuff happened this week. It's all current. We try to do that. Anyway, let us know how you made out with the NES Classic if you're interested, because I'm still on that.
Yes, that's gonna be the topic of me happening this week.
You're a funny guy.
No, because that's the only one that I'm invested in. Because I don't have an Xbox, and I don't care about Fortnite. So
NES is your go-to.
That's the topic that I'm just like I'm actually gonna do something about that on Friday.
Yeah.
The other two, I'm like, that's nice to have, I guess, for people.
Yeah, no, I'm invested. I'm good. I liked all our topics. I'm very curious to see what Xbox does with that mouse and keyboard, and I'm interested to see what.
And Monster Hunter World, I want that to be on Switch.
You're not getting.
Forgot that was a topic for a second.
It's not gonna happen. But I am curious to see what Sony's response is, because honestly, like I said, I love my PS4. I love having an Xbox. I wish there was more games like exclusively for Xbox that make me want to just keep buying new games for that instead of playing older games on the Xbox Game Pass stuff, which is amazing. I love that as well. And I played some. I got to catch up on some 360 games I never got to play, so that's awesome on Xbox One. But I'm very curious to see what Sony's reaction is, because when it comes to the next console, I'm probably going to only again be able to afford one in the beginning. So, whose am I going to choose? The new Xbox?
Maybe.
Or the new Sony?
I'll get the new Xbox if it has Sea of Thieves 2.
The return.
It's gotta be there.
Of the Kraken.
The return of it. I want a physical copy of Game Pass.
Disc you load.
Yeah, it's like a demo disc. It goes in. And
It's like the Netflix installation disc you got with PS3 or something like that.
It's like AOL Online. You get like 53 minutes.
And it makes the old dial-up noise as it's loading. Oh, that's fantastic.
Make it happen, Xbox. Launch title.
Yes.
Game Pass Online.
Well, that was episode 55. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching and or listening. I'm John for Cartridge Blast Gamers.
I'm Jonah for Cartridge Blast Gamers.
We'll see you next time. Stay awesome. And as Bill and Ted always say, be excellent to each other. Peace.